Hello, my name is Jacob and welcome back to Sunday Yap Session. And y'all, I am sick. I don't know if y'all can hear it in my voice, but I am sick right now. I have been sitting up in bed up until like 10 minutes ago because I was saving all of my energy for this, and then I'm gonna go get right back in bed. I'm showing up for y'all because I like being here and I enjoy doing this, but I have like no energy today. So this is probably actually gonna be a short one, but well, y'all know I'd say it's gonna be a short one and then it never is. But before I get too ahead of myself, hello, yes, my name is Jacob and this is Sunday Yap Session, the show where every Sunday I hop on here and yap at y'all about something with some sort of coherent storyline to thread it all through. If you enjoyed today's video, be sure to give it a like, and if you want to yap with me every single Sunday, be sure to give it a subscribe because I'm here every Sunday yapping, and I hope you'll be here yapping with me as well. So yeah, I'm sick. Not feeling great. I've done 2 COVID tests. It's not COVID, though. Thank God for that. But I don't know what's going on. Honestly, if knowing me, it's probably that I've been working so much and like burning myself out and my body is now catching up with it. Who knows? It's also probably like allergies because I've got allergies bad, y'all. I am always sniffly every single year. That's fun. I've mostly just been sitting in bed all day. It was one of those like sicknesses too where like I got up in the morning and immediately knew I was like, nope, I can't do anything today. Canceled work, canceled therapy, and I just went right back to bed, and I don't think I got out of bed until like 1 p.m. or something like that. Like, I'm feeling gross today, y'all. I'm also feeling bad too because I decided that I want to start working out, and we're gonna get into this in a minute about weird gender and body and all of that, but I decided I want to start working out, and I think that is part of the reason why I feel bad too, because my body is like so sore from, at least from my perspective, like an embarrassingly small amount of workout, and that's great. That's a great feeling to have, especially as someone who I've talked about on here before. I used to be like an athlete for like a decade. I was very fit, I was very in shape, and now I'm like doing 25 push-ups and now my arms are sore. Like, that seems so silly to me. I don't know. And maybe I'm just like trying to go too fast, too hard, too fast or whatever, but I feel very silly and very goofy with the little amount of workout I've done over the last couple days and how horrible I feel. So yeah, that's fun. And I want to start working out because I want to become like a little beefcake, and I don't know why, but I've been like thinking about that for the past couple months, which I honestly find so funny in relation to like my gender identity kind of like non-binary journey, because like back when I first came out when I was 18, it's just like a gay man. I was giving very twink, and we've gone through a twink death, thank God. I was giving very tiny, very thin. As I got older and going through college and stuff, starting to present like more feminine, wearing makeup like out and about and things like that, and like wearing women's clothing and stuff sometimes, which like I still do because y'all have much more better options than we do a lot of times. Well, I say we as if I'm a man. Back when I was identifying as a man, the men's clothing section, it's gotten a little bit better over the last 5 years, but like historically, that stuff has been so boring, and so the women's section is like where I find the interesting stuff a lot of time. That's a tangent for another time though. But so I feel like in college I was getting more and more comfortable presenting like more and more feminine, and then like after I graduated, and we've talked about this in the last or 2 episodes ago, I guess, kind of going through my little gender crisis and like what I want to do and stuff like that, I feel like the more solidly I've gotten into my more non-binary identity and kind of divesting from gender as a whole, the more masculine I want to look. And like it goes like up and down, and I'm like having a hard time myself kind of understanding this. So if you're non-binary and like you have similar experiences, let me know below, because I am so curious to hear like other people's perspective on this. But I feel like the more that I like detach from masculinity and the more I detach from manhood, I want to look more masculine. Like I want to have a big beefy body, and maybe that's just kind of like the gay like centric circles I hang in as well, influencing that, because like I'm very ingrained in like the bear community. That's been like the gay community that I've been involved in since I came out and started entering gay social circles and things like that. So maybe like that's a part of it as well. But like I want to get big and beefy, but like not in a masculine way. Like in my mind, it's not like anything that has to do with masculinity, and it's literally just like I want to be big, but like I guess that's traditionally conflated with masculinity, and that's where it's getting all weird for me on my brain. Because even with my appearance too, like I wish my beard was like bigger, and like there's like haircuts that I'm wanting to explore that are traditionally more masculine. I guess I'm just kind of grappling with like the cultural expectations of masculinity and what people think of when they hear masculinity and how I want to see myself. And I'm kind of wanting to present more masculine, but not be perceived as more masculine, not doing it to feel more masculine. I don't know. I feel like I'm talking in circles at this point because as you can tell, y'all, I don't have it figured out either. So that's just kind of been like an interesting revelation. So if y'all see me start like posting gym content, bulk it up or whatever, that's what's going on there. I want to be a big beefcake, and I want to be able to lift heavy things, and I want to be big. And yeah, so we're gonna see if that happens. Who knows if I actually end up following through with that. I think honestly more than anything, because too, I've been thinking about this as well. I'm like, is this like a body negativity thing or whatever? But like, I am very happy with how my body looks. Like, especially like I've talked, if you listen to the podcast I was on talking about like my experiences through the pandemic, my body positivity has gotten like so good. I'm very happy with how I look. So it's not even like the fact that I want to change because I feel like that body type is like better or is going to make me happy. I literally like just want to do it just to like just look different. And maybe I'm overanalyzing it. Maybe it doesn't need to be any more deep than that. Maybe I just want to do this and then I'm gonna do it. But yeah, so that's been like an interesting revelation, kind of exploring that. So I do think I'm gonna start trying to work out. Granted, all of that seems like so daunting. So if you're someone who's like gone through this too, oh, you know what? Before we get into that, I didn't even finish my thought. What I was going to say was, I think a lot of me being interested in this is just kind of wanting to see what my body can do. Because like I mentioned before, like back when I was working out and stuff like that, like obviously my body reflected that. So like I've kind of just arrived at this body and it's been like a pleasant journey and I'm glad that I am like happy with where I am, but there isn't really like any sort of like agency I've taken over the way I've looked, at least like body wise. Like with my other parts of my appearance, I'm like fashion and grooming and stuff like that. I'm very like interested and intent on that. But like my body's kind of just been like this thing that I am just like in and gets me around the world, and it's never really, at least like the last like 5-10 years, it's not really been something that I've been intently thinking about. So I think that's part of the reason why I'm interested too. I'm kind of curious just like what my body is capable of and like how it can transform and like how different I can make it look. So I'm kind of just like curious. So if any of y'all have like gone through that experience as well of like transforming body types, because maybe I'll put some pictures in when I was in like high school and stuff. Like I used to be tiny, like so thin, and I want to get like big. Like, y'all, I want to be like, ugh. I don't know what that was, but y'all get the vibes. I'll put some pictures on of like what I'm trying to go for. So we'll see if that happens. We'll see over like the next year if I slowly start getting bigger and bigger. And I keep laughing about this because the idea of me like going into a gym and like lifting weights is honestly the funniest thing I can think of. That is so silly to me. The times I have gone to the gym, it's purely just been like cardio, like walking on the treadmill and things like that. And the few times I have tried to lift weights, I've had like horrible experiences at the gym. Like I've had people like come up to me and start like screaming at me and stuff because I was using machines like incorrectly, which like grateful they chimed in because it's stuff that like is dangerous, and I was using these machines not knowing like how I was supposed to do them, and that can lead you getting injured. But like the like gym bro culture is in a lot of ways so toxic, and so just like envisioning myself in that space is honestly so funny. I need to find maybe some like a little squad of gays that'd be working out or something like that, and that would probably be a better vibe, but who knows. I don't know. We'll see how that all goes. I'll keep you posted. And speaking of change, y'all, I guess I would be remiss to not speak about all the stuff that's going on politically right now. So Joe Biden stepped down as the 2024 presidential nominee. If y'all haven't heard, if I'm breaking this news for y'all, probably need to tap into the news more. And Kamala is now going to be the candidate, it seems. I don't think that's been like confirmed yet, but that's kind of the natural progression of how this would tend to go. I'm not really going to talk about my politics too much on this channel, just because the internet, not the greatest place for nuance, not the greatest place for exploring that, and like I'm still doing so much learning and educating myself about the political process and all of that, just like I imagine a lot of us are. It's interesting. I think it's a step in the right direction at the very, very least. Everything's just like changing so fast and everything's just happening so fast. I keep seeing a lot of memes of people being like, I'm tired of living in unprecedented times, and I feel that so heavy. And that's kind of how I feel with this too. Like I've been seeing a lot of articles talking about kind of just how like this kind of dropout this late in the game has never really been something that's happened before. And we'll see how it goes. I feel like with our American political process, especially with the last 10-15 years, it's really just been proven that anything can happen, and we really don't know how any of this is all gonna go. But I would just love for things to just be calm and be normal. There's too many unprecedented things going on right now. Y'all, I'm ready for things to be boring. I'm ready to like go a month without something unprecedented, or like I just want things to be chill and to be calm. Bring back boring. I'm ready to be bored. I haven't been bored in a long time because there's too much going on, y'all. Life just seems like so chaotic right now, and there's so much going on. It's a lot. It's a whole lot, and I'm not having fun with all of it. I was watching a video by Evelyn from the internet, who is one of my favorite creators of all time, and I find so much inspiration from Evelyn. I'll tag Evelyn below because y'all need to go support her channel. She's incredible. But she was talking about in a video that she just posted really recently, talking about like mental health and talking about how she's not depressed. The world is just like depressing. And like I actually have like, concrete I know like the mental health issues that I have. But however, I do feel like a lot of the things that I experience and a lot of like the negative emotions and a lot of the mental health phenomena that I experience really is attributed to just everything being super yikes right now. Everything being so new, everything being so unprecedented, and everything just not being certain in a lot of ways. I feel like certainty is kind of just a bygone era, at least at this point, and everything is just like so in flux. And let me know in the comments below if y'all feel this way too. If like XYZ circumstances changed, things like, you know, housing and wages and social safety nets and healthcare and blah, blah, blah. If all of those things were fixed and if all of those things were good, I wouldn't feel as bad as I do sometimes. And I feel like that is kind of just like an undertone of all of these changing things and all of these evolving phenomenon, unprecedented times and blah, 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 blah. Can we just, we just need to get all this stuff ironed out. And I feel like we would all just be like so much happier. It's rough out here, y'all. And we just gotta power through, I guess, and see this through. Who knows? I'm optimistic. I feel like things are gonna get better. I try to be like an optimist with everything, so we'll see, I guess. Oh, also, I put a little poll on my community tab, which if y'all are watching and y'all like enjoy being here, I would definitely recommend checking out the community tab. I've been trying to use that as a way to talk to you all because I feel like posting things on my TikTok or my Instagram and not really having it here kind of spreads out conversations. So I'm really trying to use the community tab. I put a poll up there to see if you guys would be interested in me doing like a Q&A type video. So if you're interested in that, it looked like people were interested in having that either in the comments or maybe I'll make a post in the community tab. Let me know below if you have any questions or things you want to know about or things you want me to talk about. So I think a Q&A episode would really be fun. And I think sometimes I come in here and want to share things with you guys. I want to let you know like who I am as a person more and try to connect with y'all more, but sometimes I don't really know what exactly to talk about. So if you have any ideas or like have any questions or things that you just want to hear or just things you're curious about, either leave a comment, put it in the community tab or something like that. And maybe next episode, if there's enough questions, I'll try to put together a little Q&A episode. So if that's something y'all are interested in, I will try to get that put together. And if not, that's okay. I'll just keep making the yaps because I enjoy doing this as well. I'm just trying to get a read of kind of what y'all are wanting and how y'all are enjoying this. I feel like a lot of the videos have been really well received and I'm very happy with how this channel is growing at like a nice little steady pace. So I'm having fun and I'm gonna keep doing this regardless, but I definitely want y'all's input and I definitely want this to be community engagement and not just me coming at here and yapping at y'all. I mean, it's always gonna be me yapping at y'all, but I want to be yapping at y'all with an informed perspective about what y'all want to hear me yap about. So help me out in that way. I would be really grateful and really appreciative of that. I think with that probably is going to be where I end it though. I feel myself getting more and more tired and I feel myself struggling to put together like coherent sentences. And like, remember at the beginning when I say we try to have a little through line or a little current, I feel like the through line was non-existent today. We did our best, but I feel my energy dwindling and I have some other stuff that I need to get done today. So I think we're going to call it here. Hopefully y'all are fine with a little short one, but I need to get my rest, y'all, and get recuperated and not do what I tend to do when I feel bad or feel sick and just try to like power through and do like 10 million things like I would when I'm feeling good and then just make myself feel worse. We're gonna call it here, but I hope you enjoyed this episode and I hope y'all enjoy yapping with me. Like I said at the beginning, if you like this video, be sure to give it a like, and if you want to come yap with me every Sunday, feel free to subscribe because I'll be here yapping every single Sunday, and I hope you are as well. Hope y'all are doing well in these unprecedented times. Hang in there. We're gonna be all right. We're gonna be fine. We'll figure it out. Just like we always do. But yeah, thank you so much.